You know, let me say something about people, man. When it comes to people in general, especially, okay. I'm gonna tell you from my experience. Generally, from my experience, generally, when it comes to most people, especially black people in America, I'm gonna tell y'all something. What's that old saying? You pay for school, but you can't buy class. What I mean is that to those same blacks that move out of their old neighborhoods, their old ghetto neighborhoods, and they move into the nice suburbs, you can move out the hood, but the hood will always be in you. And you can fake the funk for so long until one day, one glorious day, you're going to get caught up. Trust and believe you're going to get caught up, and people will begin to wake up and see who you really are. I'm telling you right now. To the black people, that move out the ghettos, for example, they graduate out of high school and they travel outside of their city and go to college. Same thing. You pay for school, but you can't buy class. Sooner or later, your true self will start to come out. Because, like I said before, you can move out the hood, but the hood will always be in you. That I guarantee you. And another thing I want to talk about too, man. We as humans don't know what we got. And what I mean by we as humans don't know what we got, I'm talking about this planet Earth. This planet sustains life. All the food that we need, the natural foods that we need, all the things that we can build with our hands, with wood, stone, and all that stuff. All the water that we can drink, we can use all these things, man, for our benefit. But nowadays we have to pay for almost everything. And then I heard sooner or later, we may have to pay an oxygen tax. I mean, what type of bullshit is that? Like sooner or later in the future, we're gonna have to pay an oxygen tax. I mean, shouldn't air be free? Air should be free, but I digress on that, man. But going back to us as humans, man, we desecrated this land, we destroyed this land. We are destroying the earth as we speak, little by little by little, by our wars, by our nuclear wars, by doing, bomb testing, nuclear bomb testing, and for what? For what, man? Just in case there's going to be another war, a world war, which there will be one. There will be a world war, but that's far into the future. But when it comes to America, I'm gonna say in the future, or should I say very soon, there will be a civil war, and after the civil war, there will be another world war. So a lot of people are going to be affected by this. A lot of people, except the rich. And what I mean by the rich, I'm talking about the wealthy people who was a part of those royal families. I'm not talking about just the fucking J.P. Morgans or the Rothschilds. I'm talking about the people that are above them and the people that are above them. See, there's a hierarchy when it comes to this shit. Everybody knows it. So for the most part, those wealthy families like the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and people above them, they're going to be safe. But when it comes to the regular people like me that works a 9-to-5 job or whatever, man, we are at risk. We are at heavy risk because of civil war and because of world war, of another world war. But going back to us destroying this planet, listen. We haven't learned from our ancestors. What's that old saying? History shall soon repeat itself unless we don't learn from it. You know what I'm saying? History shall be doomed to repeat itself unless we don't learn from it. And that's the truth, man. Look what's going on around you, man. Do your research. Don't take my fucking word for it. Do your research. But the way how things is looking right now, we're not going to do that. We are not going to learn from our ancestors. You want to know why history exists? You really want to know why history, I'm talking about real history, exists? Is to learn from our ancestors. So in that way, we don't have to fall in the same pitfalls and traps as they did back 50 to 100 years ago. But look at us. We're basically perpetrating the same old bullshit as our ancestors have did. What's that old saying? Different toilet, same shit. Well, there you go. And I'll be real with you, man, when it comes to black people, man, black folks in America, slavery is not dead. It's a modern day disaster. I say it again. Slavery is not dead. It's a modern day disaster. Our ancestors are screaming from the grave because physically we're free, but we're still some mental slaves. I say it again. Our ancestors of ours are screaming from the grave because physically we are free, but we're still some mental slaves. And that is so damn true. We are still some mental motherfucking slaves because we can't think for ourselves. We're following along with everyone else. We're supposed to become independent thinkers. We're supposed to come together and build strong communities. See, this is why integration was a bad idea. By integrating with other races of people, that destroyed us. That destroyed us culturally because we don't have a mind of our own. And also, we don't know where the fuck we came from. And the reason why all these other migrants, these immigrants, get all the benefits is because they have a nationality. And when it comes to African Americans, or should I say Black Americans, the main reason why Black Americans don't have a lot of benefits, they don't get a lot of rights like that, nor benefits, is because they're designated as a color. And the color has no rights when it comes to this law system. When it comes to this law, color does not have any rights. But we go by Black Americans or even African Americans. And most of us are not even from Africa. We from here. A lot of our ancestors of the past came from the South. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us, but a lot of our ancestors came from the South. But they were Aboriginals. They were they were the originals. They were the Aboriginals. You know, the Aboriginals from Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Texas, and all these other different cities and states. We were the original man. We were the Aboriginals. We were the Aboriginals of this country. But all their history has been lost. All of that history has been lost. It's been whitewashed. Once the Caucasians took over the House of America, that's when they changed up everything. They destroyed the old laws and implemented their new laws to help benefit them. These wars, a lot of these wars was helped to benefit the Caucasian race. No one else but them. And they wonder why everything is so fucked up. Everything is so fucking backwards. And like they say, man, you know, and I could be wrong, but maybe, just maybe, the ultimate solution, they say that the ultimate solution is love. And I can get with that to some degree. But at the same time, when it comes to getting shit done, when it comes to creating peace, y'all may need to dabble in war. Y'all may need to dip yourselves in war. So when y'all talk about love, when you talk about love, it's okay to understand love, but at the same time, you also have to understand war and defend yourself when it comes to incoming invaders. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with creating peace treaties and all that. Ain't nothing wrong with making peace and creating peace treaties. But at the same time, as a general, you must understand the concept of war. So you better have that stick. When it comes to being a president, or better yet, a general of your peoples, it's best to have that stick and understand the confines of war, just in case if invaders want to try to take over your land. You gotta have that motherfucking stick. But oh no, like I said, when it comes to blacks, man, we don't know who the hell we are. We don't have a strong culture. Better yet, we don't have a culture at all. And you wonder why other races, especially foreign, especially other foreign people, make fun of us. Because even the foreigners know that we don't have a strong culture. Even the foreigners know that we don't have no culture at all. So how can we come together and build if we ain't got no motherfucking culture? It's impossible. See, when it comes to other races of people, they know their culture, they understand their peoples, they understand where the fuck they came from. But when it comes to us as Black Americans, so-called Black Americans, not so much, because we don't even know our own nationality. We don't have our own nationality written in paper, in paper documents, and that's very sad. But when it comes to these illegal immigrants, man, these immigrants that's coming around here, man, they get all the benefits, man. They get all the access is because they're not designated as a color, but they're designated as a nationality. And with that nationality, that gives them more rights. We as a people need to wake the hell up, man. Plain and simple. Plain and goddamn simple. But like Tupac said, instead I see no changes. Damn, can a brother get a little peace? you know? It's so sad, man, the way how things is going. But overall, we as humans, man, in my honest opinion, we're not the way how things is going and the way how things is looking. We're not going to learn from our ancestors. We're going to keep on doing the same old thing. Looking at each other's booty holes and being cowards. The reason why I say look at each other booty holes and being cowards is because we don't have the guts to look in the mirror and make that change within ourselves. We don't need to change the world. What we need to do is to respect each other's wills and yours as well. We need to respect each other's wills and look in the mirror and make that change, if necessary. That's all the fuck we need to do. That's all what we need to do. And that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all what the fuck I gotta say. So yeah, man, so I thank you so much and have a good day.